Prime rib is not cheap these days, but with an accurate alarm thermometer like your trusty ThermoWorks D.O.T. and an understanding of the key temperatures, you're sure to get every dime's worth of taste and value out of your investment in your holiday meal. Here's how to smoke your prime rib medium rare from edge to edge with a gorgeous bark that would impress even the most seasoned pitmaster. First, you'll want to tie your prime rib with cotton kitchen twine. Start 1.5 inches from the edge of your roast, slide the twine under the meat, and tie a secure knot. Wrap the twine around the roast and loop it through itself every 1.5 to 2 inches, creating tight wraps down the length of the roast. Finish by wrapping the roast lengthwise and tying another secure knot. Snip off the excess twine. This quick and easy step is crucial for the consistency of your prime rib, no matter how you cook it. This cut of meat needs seasoning. Quite a lot of it, in fact, to cover the entire surface. We have an 8-pound boneless prime rib, so we drenched it in 1/2 cup of Montreal steak seasoning, 1/2 cup of brown sugar, and 1/3 cup of kosher salt. After you've covered all the sides, put it back in the fridge and let it sit overnight. The dry brine will draw out the meat's moisture and dissolve in the meat, creating a salty liquid. The liquid will then infiltrate the meat's proteins near the surface of the cut, loosening its structure and creating a flavor pathway for the seasoning to deeply penetrate the roast. In the morning, it's time to fire up that smoker. For a deep, slow smoke, set your smoker temperature to 200 degrees Fahrenheit or below. We want to cook this prime rib nice and slowly for a truly gorgeous medium rare color throughout. The low heat is the key. While your smoker is getting up to temperature, it's time to place your thermometer probes. Set the alarm on your meat dot to 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Insert the penetration probe into the middle of the prime rib. Next, use a grate clip to attach the air probe to your smoker grate. The second dot will help us track the air temperature surrounding the meat so we can respond to sudden spikes or drops in temperature. Set the alarm on the smoker dot to 215 degrees. Place your prime rib on the smoker. Now it's time to wait. Our 8-pound prime rib took 4 hours to reach 110 degrees internally. Once your prime rib starts getting close to your target temperature, go ahead and preheat a kitchen oven to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. When the dot alarm sounds, signaling 110 degrees Fahrenheit, remove your meat from the smoker and pop it into the preheated oven with the fat side up. Leave the Pro Series penetration probe in place, but change the alarm to a sound at 117 degrees Fahrenheit. This is super easy to do on the dot. Continue cooking your meat under high heat, watching all the while to make sure it doesn't scorch. We rotated our prime rib twice during the 10 minutes it took to reach our target temperature of 117 degrees. When the dot alarm sounds, remove your prime rib from the oven. Tent the roast loosely in foil and let it rest for 20 to 30 minutes before carving. Your roast will continue to rise by 5 to 10 degrees as it rests and get that perfect medium rare rosy hue throughout. You really can do this. After resting the meat, go ahead and carve. Then sit back and bask in the glory of a juicy and flavorful prime rib cooked perfectly, thanks to your tools from ThermoWorks. A word about the name prime rib. Most people think the word prime refers to the USDA designation of the quality of the meat. The USDA does designate meat quality with words like USDA Prime, USDA Choice, and USDA Select, but the name prime rib actually only indicates that this cut of meat comes from the most desirable part of the rib section of the beef, regardless of its USDA designation.